We're going live.
Nice.
All right. Well, welcome, everybody. It is Thursday, November 9th, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it is that you happen to be watching it right now. Welcome to the Inner Circle Breakthrough Session. And we are so glad to have you with us, taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of this, where you get to have a breakthrough session, a one on one breakthrough session with the amazing Robert Hollis. And first of all, big announcement. And if you haven't been following us, I just want to share this with you. As of today, we have 6,316 subscribers to our YouTube channel. So, and that goes thank you to you because of all of your efforts in sharing Robert's videos. So we appreciate you for doing that. And also want to give a nice Inner Circle shout out and welcome. I don't know if he's with us today yet, but he will be soon. Hubert Palmer is our newest person to join us here on the Inner Circle. Hubert, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. That's that thumbs up that's right there. We like to get those numbers up as much as we can. And without further ado, let's get started with our breakthrough sessions. If you want to talk to Robert directly, you can either ask him a question and we will ask it on your behalf, either in YouTube or here in Zoom, or even better, which is the whole idea behind these breakthrough sessions, you get to speak to Robert one on one. Very simple to do. You got to go find that reactions button. Now, if you're on Zoom, and it's only on Zoom, put your cursor in the middle of the screen. On the bottom, you'll either see a button that says reactions. If it's not there, click on the more button where you see three dots. Then click on reactions. Then raise your hand. Click on that button that says raise hand, and we will call on you in the order in which you've raised your hand. And that is how we do these breakthrough sessions. So we are looking forward to having a nice breakthrough session today with each and every one of you. Let's get started by introducing the gentleman with whom we will share our breakthroughs with and who is our guide, our GPS to success, a dear friend and a mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis!
Craig, thank you so much. Again, the hostess with the mostest. I love and appreciate you so much. And thank you for all the great announcements. It was pretty awesome. And just keeps getting gooder and gooder each and every day. I think I'm trying to think of, I usually have like an opening on Inner Circle, but today it's like I've been helping Terry take care of a bunch of stuff because she's not feeling well. And so, yeah. So, she's always there for me. So I love being there for her. So it's, yeah, just there you go. So I do I do have a couple of quick announcements. You can see Jerome's got his IC shirt on. I love that he continues to keep putting the shirts together. If you guys are interested, just let me know. I like the big IC on him, man. The Inner Circle dude for sure. So thank you, Jerome. I really, really appreciate you. Let me see.
Try it one more time, Jerome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, there's no problem. I was sending healing prayers to Terry. So
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
no problem. Yeah,
I
it's
love and appreciate you, man.
yeah, love and appreciate you too, man. And it's my pleasure. And Malik and I we got some other stuff in the works. And yeah, if anybody's interested in get one of these shirts, no, James has put interest in it, so he's gonna get his shirt. Let me know, and I could pass that along to Malik, or if you have Malik's information, get in contact with him, and he'll hook you up. So no problem.
Excellent. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. And I see Lisa's already got her hand up, but Lisa actually finished reading my book, and she actually did a chapter on each and every read it out loud. So I know Lisa's, if we can make sure to share her link in here. So if any one of you decide to give away, my book for free, or you want to give share Lisa Marie's audios, that's awesome. So I'm so proud of you, Lisa Marie. That is so cool.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for allowing me to. I just talked to Craig about this specifically, and I did all those audios. I was sick, so there's 2 chapters that sound a little rough, and
Oh.
I need to replace them. But
Okay.
we can. I mean, it's up to you either way.
Yeah.
I would like to fix the 2 chapters because one, I was coughing and I just
Oh, okay.
couldn't stop. And so I will fix those 2 and then share it if that's okay.
No, that'd be perfect. That'd be
All right.
perfect. I know you had your hand raised. Do you have a question?
I do. I want to be somewhat vulnerable tonight, and I'm gonna share some things that I've been doing, and if I need my chops busted, then you have my permission to do so. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay, so my newest affiliate, I started doing completely different, hopefully like you tell us to do, but I asked him for a few names of the absolute best people that he could think of. Okay.
Right.
He gave me like 20
Oh, wow.
20 names. And I thought, well, okay. I wasn't expecting that many. So I started and I reached out to every single one of them.
Wow.
I did. And I was gonna share my conversation. I didn't get anybody for him yet.
Right.
So I'm like, I know that's the most important thing to do is to get them a paycheck immediately. Now, not everybody has gotten back to me yet,
Right.
or anything like that. And I've only ran into one real dickhead, asshole,
Right.
whatever. Sorry.
No, that's
Sorry.
I mean, hey, there's only a few of them out there, but they really get around.
They do. So I didn't know, and I'm willing to do this if you want. I can share the conversations, and I don't know, pick it apart, see what I did wrong.
Right.
I don't know.
The first thing that I think, Lisa Marie, first I want to give you a big kudos and for doing that. There's a lot of people that, they're probably never, well, I shouldn't say that. They won't push themselves to go to that level, right?
And see, that's just it. That whole time I was doing it, I was not feeling that confidence, and I was scared to death.
But you did it. But you did it, and you're still alive. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So one of the things is if you notice, when I do a theoretical with somebody to get the names out of it, there's 2 reasons that I do that. The reason I do that is that I get them to dream, and the dream and excitement is to get them into action, right? So then what you'll notice is I always ask for just one name.
Okay.
I say, listen, I'm going to describe to you the person that I want as one of your 2. So I threw the theoretical out. And then when you reduce to the ridiculous and you come backwards, you say, now listen, in this theoretical example, did you notice that, to get you in profit, we only need 2 people that want to make extra income? Mm-hmm. And as we go up the rank advance, eventually we're going to have to get a 3rd. So Lisa, what I'm going to do is I want you to think of a first name of a person, and then I start giving them the accolades that I'm looking for. And if you remember them, it's like, who's a good storyteller? So if you don't do that, and then a person just throws a list to you of 20 people, instead of you asking for one, and then basically during that theoretical example, I'm going to do this, Lisa Marie. So let's just use Freddie as an example. So you say, I know this guy named Freddie. And I say, well, listen, Lisa Marie, the next thing we need to do is we need to reach out to him. So this is the way that I'll reach out to him. I'll say, hey, Freddie, I know you don't know me directly, but I was describing a person that we're looking for to help expand our company. And when I asked Lisa Marie what person fit all these criteria, she said you. So based off her recommendation, I would like to be able to share with you some information because she knows that you can help us expand our company.
Okay.
Now, when I do that, and I'd say, now, if I contacted Freddie and I did it that way, Lisa Marie, would you feel comfortable me contacting Freddie?
Right. I
All
did
right.
that. I did that
Okay.
right.
So now that you know how we're going to contact him, would you feel comfortable reaching out to Freddie and saying to him, hey, listen, I was on a Zoom today, or maybe video conference with an individual, and he described to me a person he was looking for, and I said, you. Can I please connect you with Robert Hollis, the guy I'm talking about? See,
Okay. I didn't do that.
right. So what you're doing is that if you do the theoretical correctly, the person is going to feel comfortable realizing how easy it is. And when they realize how easy it is, they go, sure, I'll connect them with you on social media.
Okay.
It's
All
not,
right.
it's
So,
not,
yeah.
it's not you getting a list of people and then you call them and you put them in your business. See, because
Right.
the little step that you missed was getting the other person involved so it's not a cold contact.
Right. And yeah, see, that's where I screwed up. Okay.
Yeah. So when you're reaching out people on a cold network, it doesn't even watch the difference. It's missing that magic of an expert from afar. Because now if I just reach out to Freddie and say, hey, Freddie, I was talking to Lisa Marie today, and I asked her if she knew anyone that could help expand our company. And she said, you. So that's why I'm reaching out to you. I'd like a couple of minutes of your time. Can I
Okay.
share a video with you so that you can feel comfortable with our company? See, that sounds to Freddie as a cold call.
Right.
In
Right.
fact, not only does it feel like a cold call, it's like, that's bullshit. Lisa wouldn't just give my name and my number out to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why would you do that?
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So,
I did.
so again, but please stop bullying yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because if we did a poll of all the people in the inner circle, and I'm not here to call anybody out, but I can guarantee you there's a lot of people that haven't did what you've done so far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting the theoretical down well enough to get someone excited, like I tell him my story, where I was able to get, tell my mentor, yeah, Rick. And then right there, the conversation happened. And the next thing I know, Rick's coming down. You know what I mean? To see
Right.
what was happening.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt in my mind in this day and age that Rick, I still know him very well. Rick would watch a video in a heartbeat, because
Mm-hmm.
if it was done that way, that's the way it's going to happen. So,
Okay.
so what you did is you made an attempt to do what you're supposed to do, to get good at doing that. And you just came across probably, instead of we doing it, because of your big heart, Lisa Marie, you'd say, hey, listen, all I need is some names to call.
Right.
And
Right.
if you would
I
have did
did
that,
do the theoretical. Look at, I am proud of this because I have not done this before. I did it. I did it.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask
And
you a
it
couple.
made sense.
Yeah, let me ask you a couple of questions. When you were doing the theoretical with him, could you tell that he was getting excited?
Yeah, but see, I did it out of order. I did it,
That's
yeah, I did it
that's
out of
okay.
order because he gave me all
That's
those names first.
see, and it was so funny. I was just listening to an audio today. I think Craig sent me a video, and this one lady said straight out, she said, the reason that I do the things that I do for my students is people don't understand that you only can get the experience from doing, not listening.
Right. I gotta tell you though, even though it was cold reaching, for some reason I felt more comfortable talking to those people than I did my own people.
I'm telling you, there's some kind of magic there. There's some kind of magic there, because when you do an expert from afar, it's amazing how much courage and bold and how brave you are doing something for somebody else other than yourself. It's
That,
it's like we're tricking each other. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like it's like we say, well, I should go down to this one store and pick this stuff up. And then you go, procrastinate, I put it off. I don't need it. I've made it my whole life without getting it. And then you have a friend or somebody call you up and going, Lisa Marie, I was thinking about going to the new Costco to check it out. You go, I'll go. It's so funny how we'll do something for somebody else more than we'll do it for ourselves.
right.
So
We
if
do.
that's your personality trait, see, that's the way to trick yourself.
Right. Right.
That's the
Yeah.
way to trick yourself. I like what I do is I consistently schedule things to help other people, and I consistently show up.
Mm-hmm. You do. You
Yeah,
do.
it's like, so yeah, I just think
Well,
awesome. So
I just wanted to share. I was, I felt accomplished. I mean, I felt accomplished because I know that even though it was a little bit out of order, and that will improve
doesn't
as I
matter.
go.
It doesn't matter.
You,
Here's something that I learned, and that you guys will love this when you're doing the theoretical example. It's funny, the older Yodas just call it the plan. How many times did you show the plan today?
mm-hmm.
How many times did you show the plan today? That's the theoretical example. Or even in the older days, we sort of called it the game plan. Will you show me a game plan of what we're going to do and that's why you say that. So the way that I get people to put me in front of them to do the game plan is, Lisa, listen, just so you understand my priorities. My priorities is to get you a belief income. I want you to go on Thursday and look in your back office and see money in your credit wallet, and then we'll figure out how to get it into your hands so you can spend it on whatever you want.
Exactly.
My second goal is to make sure that you get your products for free. So then this allows an extra $200 in your budget for you or your wife, whoever does the spending.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
And I might stop there and just go, like, who does the spending? Oh, definitely my wife. Definitely my wife. So if you told her that you figured out how to get an extra $200 in her budget, that's an extra $2,400 a year.
That's
Do you
right.
think that would make her happy or unhappy?
Yeah, absolutely tickled.
See? And then the next thing is for us to get you into profit. So that's increasing that budget. And we can use that for anything. And so when you get them excited about, wow, that's amazing, then ask them, what would you do with that money? And then on top of what, how would you feel? The one thing that I want you to know, Lisa Marie, is because my mentor told me this when I was doing it. I said, I don't know if I really did it right. And he goes, did the person give you a name? Oh, they gave me 3. You did it right.
Right, exactly.
You did it right. How many of you, raise your hands if you've done this or put flames in the chat? How many of you have asked people if they know anyone that would be interested in money, and they say no, or they say, I don't know of anyone? Okay, so isn't that everyone? My mentor said to me, Robert, you just didn't give them a reason why.
Right.
So if they knew how you were going to approach that person, why should they approach that person, then if you do it right. So my mentor used to tell me all the time, he says, everyone knows the story of Goldilocks and the 3 giraffes.
Oh.
And I went, no, it's not the 3 giraffes. It's the 3 pigs. And he goes, yeah, Robert, but if no one's heard the story before, they don't know that you made a mistake.
That's true. Yeah. Good analogy.
So if you're doing the theoretical and you're doing it with enthusiasm and excitement, and you're really in it to help them for them, Lisa Marie, in the amount of time that I know you, there's no way that you could do any of those three things wrong.
Right. You're right.
Because you're just a human. Your heart, you got a big heart, you love people, you want the best for people. So you wouldn't be doing it in a manipulative way. You would be doing it in a persuasion way. And so now you did it. So that's what I tell everyone. If you do it, now you explained it to me, and I just shared with you, oh, if you just did this and this first, go for one name.
Right.
And then when you go for one name, I've done this theoretical so well. It's funny if David Oliver gets to see this. I understood that this theoretical and getting people excited about a game plan for their future. I understood that it was so important that if I said the right words, see, people don't move forward for two reasons. Is they have nothing to look forward to. So that's what you're doing in the theoretical example. And the second thing is they don't know what to do.
Right.
See, they're scared. I don't know, what would I say or what would I do? So during the theoretical example, when I explained to you, Lisa, how we're going to talk to Freddie, you should see every time I've done this really good. And in front of a group of people, I'll usually take one person, out of the audience, and I'll do it in front of everybody. And I go, now that you understand how we're contacting these people and what we're going to get them to do, when do you want to put your best people together so we can work together to contact them? 99% of the time, people go, now that I know that I can make money and I know what to do, and you told me what to say to get these people to watch the video, that they're doing me a huge personal favor. I don't need your help. I'll contact everyone on my freaking list.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. That would be awesome. And you know what? How you explained or your live today, that analogy, talking about Amazon compared to that was mind blowing. And I even tried that on one person today.
Oh, and here's some really advanced stuff, Lisa. And I know you've been around, so you probably heard this. When we used to do, before the internet, the perfect presentation, listen to this, you guys. A perfect presentation would be when you get done and you say, does anyone have any questions? No one has any questions. See, that means that you've done your study so well that you know the things that are blocking people's minds, and you also know the people that are overthinkers, and you already covered that objection inside the presentation.
Right.
Okay?
I get that. I am getting that.
Yeah. And so in my old presentations, we used to record them, and then after they were done, we would watch them, and I would get people to say yes 72 times during the presentation. And because I'm unconscious competent with this, I would get people to say yes 2 or 3 times, and then I would get everyone in the audience to raise their hands. So it was a yes question, yes question, yes question. And then how many people would, if this would happen to you, you would do this, and they raise their hand. So you do a presentation for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, along with a theoretical, and the person nodded their head 72 times. So how many people see themselves getting started with us? Oh, I just did this, for the last 72 times. I'll do that. And how many people can see the advantages of starting with brand bucks? I absolutely do. See what I mean? So what my goal is moving forward with brand bucks and all the new ways that we're doing this. If you can get people to say yes to some questions, then all of a sudden they're going like, I go, so I don't know about you. Do you have an Amazon account? And they go, yeah. And I go, wait a minute, you didn't upgrade for Prime, did you? Yeah, I did. And then you let them off the hook. You go, so did I. And you know why I did? Because it was a no-brainer for me. If I could get the product less and faster, why wouldn't I do it?
Yeah.
And they go, I know. And then they throw other things in there like, music and movies and all these other things,
Mhm.
and I said, but it's just that simple. Now, another question for you. Do you remember who told you about Amazon?
I was thinking about that when you said it, and I don't.
No. So what if I told you that every purchase that you've made from Amazon, that person gets a percentage of everything that you've ever purchased from Amazon?
Wow.
Wow. See,
Wow.
it exists. You just didn't know that it existed.
Right.
So if you're like me, I'm sort of weird. I would be a little upset with the person because they didn't tell me that I could actually share my own affiliate link and do that with other people to
Right.
supplement my income.
Mhm.
Now, we all have heard of MCI Friends and Family, but how many people do you know got a free MCI bill? Not very many. Why? Well, a lot of people wouldn't leave AT&T
Mhm.
because they were doing commercials like, when you're talking to your daughter after she's had your grandson, don't you want your phone to work when this happens? Like,
Hit
so
him
the,
hard,
the
yeah.
yeah, the way AT&T was keeping their customers is on an emotional state when
Mhm.
everyone didn't know that when you switch to any carrier, you're using the same damn wires. You're
Mhm.
not getting a lower service. And then
Right.
when people took customers away from AT&T, they would send you $100. And when you wrote out the check and signed it, you gave them authorization to switch your long distance back.
Oh.
A lot of people didn't know these tricks, right?
Right.
But the people that did switch to MCI and save, why didn't they share that with their friends and family? Um, they're just not that person. See, it's like there's people that are going, wait a minute, my phone bill's $200, $300. If I could share this with 3 people, you're gonna get my phone bill's gonna be zero.
Mhm.
Count me in. So there's a lot
Right.
of people that got their phone bills for free during that launch, but a majority of the people just are not gonna do it.
I think that's in our human spirit not to trust. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, it really is. I think that it's just a lack of belief in ourselves.
You
See,
think?
we can see evidence of it where I could talk to any one of you about, like, if I asked what your favorite product was, even if it was about MDC. And I said,
Mhm.
so what's your favorite product? Oh my God, my favorite product is CBD by far. Why? Well, this is all the stuff that it did to me. Well, that's just you. No, wait a minute. It helped my wife. It helped our dogs. And people just go off and they go, why is it this is the first time that I've heard about it? Oh, I just didn't want to inconvenience you. I didn't want to sound like a salesperson. I didn't want you to have to spend money on buying something. See, it's that constant us thinking about what other people are thinking.
Right.
It's freaking nuts.
It is. It is.
And that's a habit.
Mm-hmm.
Our habit is to go into thinking and then thinking that we're thinking and then thinking what they're thinking that they think about us.
Craziness. Craziness. It's
And so,
retarded.
yeah.
It's
And
retarded.
so that it's like if we just were open enough to just say to people, hey, listen, I'm because if you're bold and you know what your cause is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you just want to get people to nod their head. So that's why I said, let me tell you my Amazon story. And then people are listening, they're going like, his story sounds pretty damn familiar to mine. It's like, so why are you overthinking all the stuff that we're doing? Oh,
Right.
because it's not signing up with Amazon, buying something at a less cost by doing Prime membership. This is actually a business opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
majority of the people that I know would say, well, why don't you just get a second or third job? Lisa Marie, honest, you had to get this low to do this kind of marketing. But let's be honest. Has anyone ever said that to any of you ever? I've never had someone go, Robert, listen, if things were this bad, why didn't you just ask to borrow money? You didn't have to get involved with a multi-level. See, this is shit that we dream in our head that we
Yeah.
believe that people are going to say that they never do.
Mhm. Yeah.
So we
I hear ya.
actually imagine the worst kind of rejection ever
We do. Yep.
because that's who we are.
Mhm.
We imagine stuff, sometimes on the good side, sometimes on the bad side. But Lisa Marie, I'm just so proud of you, not only with being consistent and diligent enough to go out there and record my book. That's such a blessing to me. I just think you're awesome. I
Oh,
know it
thanks.
had to make you feel good as you went through it.
It did.
And
Absolutely.
you know, if you feel like you need to make the corrections on those 2 audios, I know for
Mhm.
a fact that I'll start giving it away as a gift. I definitely will.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
we
Okay.
all seen what happened with Wanda's video,
Right.
God
Right. And
memorandum.
she's got a beautiful
How
voice.
many
She
views did
does.
that thing have on it now? It's like it was like in the 40,000s, I think, at one time.
It I don't think it's hit 50 yet.
Got it.
But you know what? I recorded it. I left it in Wanda's voice because she's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And because I wanted to see who was at how many people were actually viewing it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I
Absolutely.
have my own, so it's keeping track of all my views, and then I can add, then I know if people are actually opening it, you know what I
Right.
mean? Or, and
But
I have given,
David
go ahead.
left me a message here, direct message. Because he was asking the same thing, Lisa. I think
Oh,
that,
really?
yeah, exactly the same thing. So one of the things that I want you guys to really think about, listen closely. If you haven't properly used the magic of the expert from afar, and you haven't scheduled somebody for me and you to do a game plan
Hmm.
that we could record, then you probably wouldn't see the kind of magic that I do.
Okay. Right.
So, David was saying, I want to get this theoretical down. I do now see that this is the deal. And it is. If you guys think about this,
David.
tell me if you,
David,
yeah,
I did it. I did
yeah,
it, David.
tell me if you guys get this. Do you understand that I could reach out to somebody and say, hey, listen, I wonder if you could do me a huge favor? Do you know anyone that needs to make extra money? And if their response was me, it still happens to me. Still happens to me. Every week it happens to me. Yeah, me. I go, great. When can we schedule a Zoom? And I'll show you exactly how I can put the money that you're looking for in your pocket within the next, 30, 60 days. When can we do a Zoom? So then when I do a Zoom with them, I record it. And they should go back and watch the recording and see what I did to them,
Oh, I see. Okay.
how I
Mhm.
made them feel. So we first think about it like when you're doing it to me, I'm involved and I'm going through the feeling, so it doesn't come across instructional. So
Mhm.
why would you then introduce me to somebody? Because we found somebody. So some of you are going, Robert, you've never done a plan with me with anyone. Yeah, because you haven't taken the time to give me praise and recognition enough to put me on a group messenger with them so I could schedule a game plan with them.
Right. Right.
So when people don't do that, it's like Lisa Marie, when you found out about MDC, how'd you find out about it?
I was with a CBD company prior to MDC 6, 7 years ago.
But
And
how'd you find out about me?
Oh, about you. I started seeing you because I was obviously following MDC people, and all of a sudden you started popping up, and I adhered to you almost immediately. Almost
Okay, so
immediately.
keep following me. I love this so far. Who's your sponsor?
Who's my spot? Melody.
So did that Melody ever tell you any nice things about me?
Oh, absolutely.
Did she ever
Absolutely.
get you and I on a video
Actually,
together?
I met Melody after you. I did. I met you first.
See,
So,
everyone that Melody has in her group, everyone has seen me on a Zoom.
yeah. I remember when the first time I saw Melody, she'd bouncing around on your Saturday calls, and I thought, who is this chick? You know? Because I
Yep.
honestly thought Wanda was your sidekick. I did because I had just joined that group then, so I didn't
Cool.
really know. But I thought as soon as I saw Melody, I think I saw her like 2 weeks in a row. She was on there MCing for you, and I thought I got to meet
And
her. I just got
so
to meet her.
so the rest of you are understanding this because I know David's asked the same question. So remember when I say to you guys how important it is to not only do things in a certain way, but the way that you first connect with somebody, give them a gift, then get them to the next step, the next step, the next step, the next step. You know what people have the hardest time doing the certain way is the people that didn't get to go through those steps. So
Yeah.
listen to me closely. You reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I did.
you blew it. See, because you reached out to me, so now my next step is just to help you become an affiliate, help you make a choice of where to get started. And then I'll sit down and do a Zoom with you and draw out a theoretical, but then you never put me on with somebody because
Mhm.
that's not the way you came in.
Exactly.
See,
Exactly.
that so some of you that are struggling with that, even those of you that are not in my group, you didn't go through the first two steps correctly. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
even me, when I got into MDC, I Googled on Google, what's the most documented CBD. I find a page that says documentation beats conversation. That immediately makes the hair raise up on my back. Who's using this? And then I did my research to find out who had a link on Facebook, and I signed up under Jenna and bought a bottle of 500 for my wife to try. So if I wasn't mentally, listen closely, you guys, if I wasn't mentally thinking about what my mentor did to me 37 years ago, I could have screwed this whole damn thing up. And
Right.
immediately went out and just started saying how many people want the most documented CBD. And see, then guess what happens? Then I start doing something in a different way that's not the duplicatable way. And so the worst kind of success is what? A little.
Little.
See, now I got enthusiasm or excitement. I tell people I Googled for the most documented CBD. My wife bought this. It made her back stop hurting. This is the deal. Yeah. And then go crazy on everyone on why they need to order CBD.
Mm-hmm.
That works. It just doesn't duplicate.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because people sometimes don't take the product as instructed. A majority of the people don't. A lot of people won't pay attention long enough to figure out that I could get this product for free. See, if the product is really good product and
And it
you're not
is.
willing to share in a certain way enough to get your product for free, you just really don't want to make money. Stop bullshitting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's
it's not
true.
an issue to you, because every month you still cover your bills. You might not like them, and you might not like the money you have in savings, and you might not like eating TV dinners instead of going out to eat. See, there's a lot of stuff. You might be sick and tired of driving a used car that's unreliable and living in an area that you don't want to live in. See, all these things are complaints and stuff that we don't want, but they're just not bad enough for you to reach out to some people and
That's
get your
right.
product for free.
That's right. That's right. This is very helpful. I'm glad I put my vulnerable bones out there again. But
Thank you, Lisa Marie, because I went a little
yeah.
more because David wanted to know this. So for those of you that right now I'm putting together videos. I keep telling you guys, I'm always thinking of videos. What I'm doing right now is doing what I've been doing to other people, because when you give them some information in neuro-linguistic programming, if you give someone a fact that they don't know, they're not going to tell you that they didn't know it, but they're immediately realize that you know more than them.
Oh.
So example, did you know, Lisa Marie, that I searched Google all over, and I even went through some of their financial statements. They don't say anywhere in there how many free members they have, but they sure in the hell know how many Prime members they have. It's like you can't Google anywhere or go through any part of their financial statement, and they say, listen, we just went over 200 million Prime members. That makes us $4 billion a year. And I think that they just don't feel like they should talk about all the free members that become Prime members. See, what's neat is if you go to Amazon.com, there isn't just a place to click on and become a Prime member. You got to be a free member and then upgrade to a Prime member.
Oh.
So if you're listening to people right now that says the free model doesn't work, they're just not fucking paying attention. Because the top companies in the world, if you looked at the very top one, does Apple allow you to create a free account? They do. Walmart, they do. Facebook, they do. Why is it that all the top companies allow you to start out for free and then upgrade? I know some people look at my Facebook and see a blue check by my name. And people went, yeah, but I ain't going to spend $12 a month to do that. Well, I don't care if you do or not.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy one, you guys, because I can go on a tangent on this all day. Yesterday, when I shared my video on X, it used to be called Twitter, right? I go on there and Elon Musk is saying, do you realize that we currently launch 6 times a month? We launch a SpaceX rocket 6 times a month. And within the next 2 years, that will be 6 times a week.
Wow.
Our goal is to get to 6 launches a day.
Holy cow.
And no one's paying attention. How many people remember when it was a big deal when a SpaceX rocket went up? Now they're launching all the time. He's putting so many free satellites in the air because he wants to have everyone in the world to have free Wi-Fi. How are people going to stop this guy from dominating the world?
Right. No
and
kidding.
You can hate him. You can hate him all you want. So I went, am I following Elon Musk? And I click on it. As soon as I click on it, there's this button that said subscription. And I clicked on subscription, and for $4 a month, I can get on Elon Musk's inner circle. And I'm going, the guy's the wealthiest effing person on the planet. And he's got a subscribe button on a company that he owns. He's got 137 subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going like 137 times $4 equals, he's making $548 on his subscriptions. How many subscribers do you have?
I've got almost 5,000.
See? That is the thing that you got to constantly be thinking of. It's funny to me because there's constant people thinking about how can I give, how can I serve,
That is
how can I find the right people? And if people want a little more of me, I also need to have a subscribe button. I also need to have a super chat. You know what I mean? Do you guys honestly believe that this guy wasn't beating the shit out of me? Which, by the way, that's Bobby. You know what I mean? That's Dino, it's Bobby. When I'm looking through all of the things to set up on YouTube, and I super chat. What the hell is a super chat? I click on it and it says, this is for people that as you're doing your lives and after they're recorded, if the information that they like makes them feel like giving, they can just give you money. And I'm going, that is like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Who the hell is going to do a super chat on one of my freaking live videos of me talking all stupid stuff? See, that's how fast the Dino can steal every freaking dream that you have.
right.
It just comes out and goes, Lisa, come on, you know, I don't know if you know this, but you're not the most beautiful woman in the world. And your voice,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna read a chapter of a book and put it on the video. And when you don't do that, you're going to be talking about your favorite chapter in the Bible. Come on. That just sounds like stupid.
I said that to myself over and over and over. I did. It's like, yeah, you're worried.
Now, since you did that, have you had anyone reach out to you and say something nice to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a message today that I sent to Matthew, and it was, this guy said, hey, I haven't talked to you in a long time, but as soon as I connected to you, I really had some awful health challenges in my life. And man, I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I didn't want to tell anybody about it. I didn't want to be negative. And, so I just stood to myself, and I had to go through this healing process. And I just need you to know that I'm back. And your videos on a daily basis was the highlight of my day.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? When you get
Look,
stuff
it's going.
like that, it makes it all better.
it's like, so
Yeah,
who gives a shit about the naysayers?
exactly. I'm getting better with that. I am.
Including this one that talks to you all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
Shut,
gotta kick that one
the
to the
hell
curb.
up. Shut the hell up,
Right.
One day I'm gonna have 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, and one of them's gonna blow up. And when one of them blows up, then people are going to be looking at the rest of them. And then I'm going to start getting the super chats. And then I'm going to get people to join my inner circle. And it's like, why do I get blessed and you don't get blessed?
Right. I just had 121 subscribers, and I looked today, it was 161. 40 subscribers in just a couple of weeks. So
Oh my God. I seen someone put up here, was it Melody, that put up that Wanda's video had 48,000?
Yeah, it
that
has
sounds about right.
48,000
Yeah.
views as of today.
How many subscribers does she have?
Let's take a quick look. 503.
503.
Yeah.
So
And 500 is what you need to monetize. So there she goes.
Lisa Marie, that sounded to me like a goal.
It is.
It is. It is.
It is.
How many
I say
people
that
know
all
what
the
you
time.
gotta? How many people know what you gotta get to get a verified check by your name on YouTube?
Oh, that's don't you have to have like 1 million shorts?
I think it's 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Now I'd say I think, but I know.
Oh, you do?
Because there's the goal,
You're
right?
right.
Right.
Right,
So
right.
if I could do it on, I think we're like 468,000 views. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
Greg and
Wow.
Matt, and we get a bunch of stuff from Instagram now. So man, it's like we're all working together as a team. It's awesome.
That's huge. I just hit 30,000 and I was over the moon with that. That's unbelievable. But
See,
you've
the
been
way
doing
you're,
this a long
Lisa
time.
Marie, the way that you're looking at your YouTube channel right now is exactly the way I look at everything that I'm building.
Yeah.
Yeah. This amount of subscribers, I love saying this. You know, you can either have 7,000 new free affiliates in your group that turn into 100 ranks. Do you guys realize that Joshua Daramella has over 100 people that have ranked in his group?
Wow. That is awesome.
That's crazy.
That is awesome.
That's crazy. And what is he doing different than you guys? He's just doing it. The guy really truly believes he's going to find another Mosh.
You know, I go out with
Yeah,
that attitude. I want to find number 68. I
yeah.
want to find your number 68. I want to be responsible for that.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Beautiful, Lisa.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert.
You
You're
bet. You
awesome. I
bet.
love you.
I love you. So it was funny. We never know what's going to be said on this, but what is said on this is what is supposed to be said on it.
Right. That's right. And day number 56 tonight. I'm telling you, can I talk just a minute real quick
Yeah.
about that? I don't know if anybody's waiting, but I had a really hard time sticking to this at first. It took me well into
What did you say at first?
at first.
Okay.
At first, it took me like, yeah.
Me too. Me too.
It was like, I love the book. The book is amazing. I could read that over and over again, but I was specifically, the God memorandum. And a lot of it did not make sense to me.
Right.
It did not make sense. I think it was day 37 when I was sitting there reading it, and I thought, you know what? I am going to freaking do this. I am
See?
going to freaking do it because I was looking
Ah,
forward to it.
when we did that,
And
when we did that podcast recently on habits, it's
yep,
just honestly, that's it. You go through the resistance, you go
yeah.
through all the naysayers, including yourself, and this is bullshit, this is never going to work, and blah 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 blah, and you just keep doing it, and then there's synopsis and a rewiring in your brain, and when it clicks, it's no different than anything else you guys have experienced in your life. It was the day you were scared of driving and the day you wasn't scared of driving. The day that you were scared that you'd never be on a date, never kiss anybody. And then it was the time that you kiss somebody. It's like, it's all these little things in our head that we create this imaginary bullshit about, that this is so difficult and hard. And then all of a sudden the synopsis hit and it's over. Craig, I'll try to find this. I think that if you went on today, if you guys can look for this, but if you go to today, Terry Watches Today with Al Roker and that gang. And this morning they had this new study that they did for back pain. Okay. So if you looked up on today and you put back pain, and to think that some idiot came up with a thought that he believed that he could rewire your brain through talk therapy where you'd no longer have back pain.
Wow.
And now they did a study of like 500 people, 73% of them said they've never lived the kind of life that they're living now. Everyone said it was bullshit. And now he's got these success stories of these people And even the people that were sitting on the couch when they heard this went, wow, you know, because people believe what they believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you don't understand. I'll give you my x-rays and my MRIs. The stuff between my vertebrae are no longer there. It's bone to bone. I was told I needed to have my back fused. Are you trying to tell me that my mind is going to somehow heal that? No, you got documentation and proof that your back is fucking destroyed. Congratulations that you got proof of that. I'm just asking you, would you like it to stop hurting? I'm not saying that I'm going to be a miracle and I'm going to touch your back and your back's going to be healed and it's going to be registered in miracles. No, we've just done MRIs of people's minds. We found out exactly where the red spots are that are totally agitated, that have already caused the wiring from the second that you, from the time that you're conscious of it, all day, every day. You're in pain. And so that's a pretty good habit.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Didn't Joe
oh my
Dispenza
God.
get
Oh my
healed?
God. My back hurts. Oh my God. Here it is again. Can't be fixed, da, 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 da. And the guy goes, explain one of the therapies. He said it was crazy. I was so into this guy that the guy says, do your best to explain to me orange, just the color of orange. Explain it to me. And the guy was going, orange is orange. Yeah, but if I don't know what orange is, explain it to me. So he said he was sitting there trying to think the best way to explain orange. And then the guy interrupted him and he says, how bad's the pain in your back? And he's like, what pain?
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop thinking about how to explain orange and go back to why my back fucking hurts me. Yes, it does bother me. And so they're just doing this for back pain right now. And so they're talking about, oh my God. So when people say, because none of us like this, do we? It's just in your head.
Right.
It's just in your head. Shut up. It's not in my head. This is a reality. I'll prove to you why my life sucks. And it's real. It is real. It's not made up bullshit. My life sucks. I believe you.
Right.
And so when I hear stuff like this, and when I studied Dr. Amen before me and Matt went and seen him and got our brain scanned by him. And I'm just going like the stuff with AI and the stuff with all this stuff. It's like, there's two groups of people that want a better life and they're willing to go through the disbelief and the struggle and the unrealistic expectations, and they're just willing to continue to go through it till something goes and it shifts.
Right.
It just totally shifts. And then that happens to a believer about everything. See, there's a group of people that say you should never get married. And then there's a group of people where we all go, when you see someone that's been married 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So they show that and they go, oh my God, this couple met in high school, then they both turned 90 years old and they've been married for 70 years. And there's not a person on the planet that doesn't go, that's sweet. And then this person comes out, they're going, yeah, but that's not me. That ain't happening to me. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. It's just
speak it right into truth.
Well, anytime that we mentally get into a feel-good space, the habits that we created in the wires that we've already connected yank us back. It just yanks us back until we are aware that we're getting yanked back. See, as soon as you realize that you're stepping out of the energy, the frequency, the fun and excitement that you're going to create something and then go, no, I don't like the way this feels. I'm going to go right back in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And once I got to like day 43, 44, I started adding more good habits. I
I'm
did.
telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
It's
excited.
and I'll just say this for to close this up part. When something like that really
Yeah.
impacts you, I mean really emotionally impacts you,
Hmm.
then that's the voice you need to say to express that to others.
Right. Yeah.
See, so we discovered here on the inner circle because of Joshua, Daramella, and Mary Valak listen, I don't share the science of getting rich. I share this.
Hmm.
Well, why? Well, that was the difference maker for me. I'd rather share this. And you guys, I told you guys this that we first discovered that is Melody Ryba, from the time that I started working with her and she started getting results, it would make me feel uncomfortable. This person's all over me times 10. When Melody is telling everybody just how fucking wonderful I am.
Hmm. And she does.
So these come out and go, Melody is just a nutcase. We tell everybody else to use the science of getting rich. I don't want everybody promoting and edifying me because I'm really not all that in a bag of chips. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are.
Why do I got to stop bullying myself because Melody feels like I did something great for her? Why does it make me feel uncomfortable and I got to bully myself?
Well, we are supposed to be humble.
But I'm human.
Yeah.
Well, there might be part of that where it is good.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
for sure.
Melody or Craig are saying something nice about me. And then I go, Craig, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you just need to go on a little more about me. You know what I mean? I think you're missing a couple of my key accomplishments. I think that's immediately where all the inner circle people would be canceling their membership. Okay, Robert's starting to believe in his own press, and Melody, I take every word of that. Yeah, Melody, because she worked with me in the past, it's like as soon as I told her about this, she got in, she bought her product, and she said, "Listen, on Friday, I can put everybody on there with you, and so can we do a Zoom on Friday?" And because this is so ingrained in me as not to be the deal, I immediately sent a text to Josh and Jenna. Right. And I said, listen, a dear friend of mine's doing a Zoom on Friday. Is there any way that you guys could just jump on it? And so I got on it. Melody gave me praise and recognition. I gave it to Josh and Jenna, let them do the presentation. And then we got that video seen 119,000 times.
Right.
And
crazy.
So, yeah, it is just that simple.
It's been slow, but hey, it's coming.
It's not slow. Your journey is your journey. You got to realize this, Lisa Marie, and I mean this when I say it. You're above 1% of the people on the entire freaking planet.
Yeah, I am.
Well, what's it feel to be a 1%er?
It feels amazing.
Yeah.
It does.
So being a 1%er to going to a .9er, a .8er, I don't think I've ever said that in my life, is the consistency of just getting better.
Right. That is my focus.
Yeah.
For sure. So
thank you, Lisa Marie. I love you,
much, man. Robert. I love you too.
So Craig, I didn't see what you wrote here.
That's okay. You were so involved with Lisa. I just wanted to let you know that Sandy has a question. She has, I guess, a little. She's not feeling well.
Okay.
So Sandy Baker wanted me to ask on her behalf. Is that correct, Sandy? I'm going to ask this question. Okay. I see her nodding her head. She was saying, so when I get a new affiliate, I do a group chat with Robert. Should I be putting them on a Zoom with Robert also? I am sure I am confusing myself and making it more difficult. I think she wants more clarification on what you just shared a little earlier with Lisa
Right.
Marie.
There's probably a lot of people that went to the convention and did a bunch of traveling that doesn't realize that they caught a little junk. That's my wife. That usually happens to me when I'm not traveling in the States. So my prayers for speedy healing for Sandy and my wife and everybody out there that is going through the funk. We all know that why the funk 7 days? I don't know. It's like it seems to incubate for 7, and we're not feeling good for 7, and then all of a sudden it's like, So Sandy, I don't know if you got a cough, but that's Terry's deal. Her mouth is she's all coffee. So the answer to your question is every step of the certain way, Sandy, a person can circumvent that step. Okay. So in a perfect world, the perfect outcome would be someone said something on you reached out to somebody or you posted something on your social media. They went, I want more information. This sounds interesting. Wow. They actually said they were interested. You send them a video and your affiliate link, they sign up. Then the next thing you see after they sign up is they buy brand bucks. And you're going like, am I like not seeing this? Am I in dreamland? How could this happen this fast, right? And then the next thing that you find out is that they've already brought in a couple of people and they bought brand bucks too. You guys have to believe that this is a possibility. It's 1000% a possibility. So now we take that as the best case scenario. And then we go down to the worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, you send them a connect message and then they rip your ass or something, or say that you're in a pyramid, or I'm going to turn you over to FBI spam or whatever, right? So in the midst of that, everyone's an individual, Sandy, so they will react different. So if you connect with somebody and give them a gift, and then you say, hey, listen, I'd like you to do me a huge personal favor. I'm helping a company expand. This is my business partner. You can create a free affiliate. And people can even say this. I don't mind if you say this. If you become a free affiliate, I would like to connect you in group chat and introduce you to Robert. He's my friend and my business partner. Now, once that happens, I would still say that 98% of the time, it might even be 99% of the time, the person might not feel worthy or enough to even want to ask for a Zoom with us. They're just not in the right mindset, or they've never seen that kind of flow. So it's like almost the opposite. It's like, have any one of you ever had someone say, hey, listen, I'm in this great company. Can I just introduce you to my sponsor? Or I just want you to watch this video of my business partner. And your response is, no, I'm not freaking interested. Don't put me on a group chat, or put me in your group, ATM, add me, tag me, message me. It's like, don't do that to me. I'm not interested. Don't do that to me. So that's where you got to sort of follow the instincts, right? So if you go in there, you say, Robert, I told you a little bit about Kelly, and I just wanted to introduce you to her. I told her if she became an affiliate, I'd introduce you to her. And I'm just going to come on there. For those of you that have hooked me up with people, I come on there, Sandy. I love hearing your voice. I just love being your friend and your business partner. And hi, Kelly, welcome to the company. Welcome to the family. If there's any questions that you have, I'm here to answer them. Or if you'd like to jump on a Zoom, and if you like, here's the next steps to take. And so there's people that I still have. I constantly watch hundreds of people come in my group a month, and I've never been connected to them. I've never done a Zoom with them, but yet they're affiliates that bought brand bucks and they're bringing other people in. So we sort of got to play this by ear. You know what I mean? Because I know when I first got connected to you, Sandy, and Kelly, and the rest of the gang, it's like immediately it's like, hey, can you do a Zoom with me and my other renegades? and share what we do. And so, so what I hope that I answered your question, because I've seen it go where someone introduced me and then I said, welcome. If you're open, we can, I'd love to do a Zoom. And the person says, yes. Yeah, I'd love to do it. Now, all three of us are in there. We're scheduled to Zoom. We put it on the calendar and then we jump on and I do the voodoo that I do so well. And so, yeah, it's really, really neat when that all happens, when that all comes together. It's really, really cool. So I hope that answered your question.
I do put them in the chat with you, and then if I feel like they want more clarification, then just ask them if they want to do a Zoom with you, and then work that out with you.
Right in that chat.
Right in that chat.
There's no reason for you to talk to them and ask them when their time's available, and then reach out to me and ask me when my time's available and try to put them together. The reason to put it in the group chat is just go, because I always love saying, if you guys would say this to people, if you're always telling people what your outcome is, then they'll listen to you.
Okay.
I go, Sandy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you becoming an affiliate. Like I shared, I'd love to connect you with my business partner and friend, Robert Hollis. We just work together to help people get, and what I would love to do is our goal is to help you get money, get your belief payday. Then our next goal is to show you how to be able to get your product for free. And I can either send you a video on that, or what we could do is schedule a Zoom with Robert in the group chat, and we can put that together. It's you want to lead them, but you never want to make them feel uncomfortable. Okay. Remember the thing that we got to constantly go back to? I think that's the only thing I've ever asked you guys to paste on your monitor is, how would I feel if, and how would I act if? So you always got to go back to that. So again, if I said, Sandy, congratulations on becoming an affiliate, I'm really proud of you. I want to introduce you to my business partner and friend, Robert Hollis. And if you don't mind, can I do that? I'm always saying, can I get a minute of your time? Can I connect you and introduce you to Robert if you have any questions? And see, if people are not saying yes to it, I'm not just adding them in a group. Because how many of you guys have had someone do that? Terry, when we first got involved in MDC, I think it wasn't right when we got in. So like almost a year, we were super affiliate. And I don't remember what company it was, but someone said to Terry, they added her to a group for another company. And what did they put in there? Everyone welcome Terry Hollis. Holy shit. Did that get back to corporate like immediately? So I'm sort of confused. Then that must have been other MDC affiliates in that to see Terry's name in there. I don't know why they were in there, but we'll leave that for a different day. But it's like, oh my God, Terry Hollis got involved with this other company. And so Josh called me up and he goes, are you and Terry going to another company? I go, no. What are you talking about? Well, Terry got put in this group. So, I don't know how many of you have been added to groups without your permission, but how do you feel? How do you act? It's like, listen, do me a freaking favor and ask for permission. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in being and getting more information about something I'm not interested in. So, yeah, fill it out because everyone's unique. If we're supposed to proclaim our uniqueness, just make sure that everybody else does. I think it's really interesting, all the crazy stuff that's happening in the network marketing world right now, because you see a lot of leaders posting some pretty heavy stuff right now, and it's like, listen, you don't have to tear down another company to get in another company. You know what I mean? If that's your decision, that's your decision. But it's like spending all this time reaching out to people that are involved in the company that you left, telling them how much that company sucks. the karma behind that. I've been doing this for 37 years, and karma happens, in my opinion, where it can most hurt you. So sometimes people do something wrong and they expect karma right away. No, it boomerangs on you, like right after you spoke on stage for that other company and got an award. And then all of a sudden someone says some stuff about you, and then the company suspends your check when it's the biggest. You just see what I mean? So some of you are probably reading into what I'm talking about. It's like the company doesn't just sit around with a bunch of lawyers and then sort of suspend you and terminate you. And then now you got the rest of the leaders all taking pictures with the CEO. We're fine. We're fine. It's like, wait a minute. Are you fine? It's like, so it is pretty interesting to see that all happen. So Sandy, thank you for being patient again. Sending you the healing energy that you need. Receive it, receive it, receive it.
All right. Well, Sandy, thank you. Oh boy, I was just about ready to close it up, and guess whose hand just went up?
Yay!
Mr. Wainyo. Okay, Arthur, you got us right at the last second. Open up and please share.
Oh,
There we go. Can you hear me now?
yep.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to say that I got some good news this afternoon. My mom texted me, said that she got her test results back, and officially she's in remission from cancer. So that's good
Hercules,
news.
Hercules. That is awesome. John.
But yeah, the only other thing that
you and Jerome were twins.
his birthday's the day before mine. But yeah, we look alike, don't we?
Hey, I'm telling you, brothers from another mother for sure. That's great news, Arthur. That's really, really great news.
It is. It made me happy today.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's one of the things, is like we always constantly wonder why bad things happen to good people. You know what I mean? And it's like I think we all need time sometimes to reflect. It's sort of like you get hit with a boomerang, and it's like, I don't know why. When I first started developing personality, getting into personal development, and no one wants to hear Jim Rohn talk about the seasons, and so no matter how good you're doing, that's why I like watching that Sylvester Stallone documentary, because it's like, from the perception outside looking in, it just looked like his whole life was just a miracle. You know what I mean? Until you find out it was far from it. So yeah,
we're only seeing his highlights.
What?
We're only seeing highlights, like on Facebook. We see everybody's highlights. We only saw Stallone's highlights.
Yep, we only see the highlights. I love how Arnold said the same thing, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all the other documentaries. The other one that I think I shared with you guys was about Beckham. You know what I mean? And man, to be known throughout the world as one of the best footballers in the world, and then make a mistake and get a red card in the World Cup, and then lose the World Cup, and have everyone that knows anything about football think that you're a traitor and should be hung. Damn, that's a brutal shift. You know what I mean? From being on the top and being on the bottom. And then what do we love most? Comeback stories. It comes back and stuffs it to them big time. And I just think that's it's unfortunately, or I would say fortunately, it's like I think you probably had a different perception of your mother while that was going on. Probably being the kind of person you are, Arthur, I think you're an incredible human being. There was probably some things where you went, there might be some things I want to cover and say to her if this is going to be the last time. Then it sort of gives you the reflection of the other people that we sort of lost touch with in our lives, and it gets us to reach out to them a little bit. It's like, why do we procrastinate on stupid stuff that makes us feel weird? It's living in that uncomfortable place.
Well, we're also just busy living life and in the routine and not paying attention and not giving things the attention that they need.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really good at this. So thank you for the win. Thank you for the win.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
No, just the one other thing was just that you had mentioned about the leaders and stuff like that, and it just kind of almost sounds like they're posting things out of desperation, really.
It's a bizarre that we can learn, like, if you have nothing good to say nothing at all.
Yeah.
And the only way that we learn lessons, and golly, I'm still learning them, Arthur. It's like sometimes someone will ask me, how's it going? I recently had a half-hour conversation with Eric Worre, and he asked me and Terry to be his guest. We spoke at his event 5 times, and he asked me to and I got all caught up, man. I got all caught up. I was like, man, I haven't talked to you in a while, and I'd love to come out. And then all of a sudden it's like, let's make sure you speak, and I'd love to make sure that you're in the Hall of Fame, for GoPro. And oh, by the way, here's your link where you can sell tickets, to my event. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wow. Why did I get all excited about, let's just say, promoting things that confuse people? That's all I'm going to say. So it's like I got excited, and it's like, yeah. I even reached out to Craig and Matthew and said, guess who I just talked to, and he's always treated Terry and I very, very, very well. And then, you do some prayer time. I was telling this to Corky. And so I get up in the morning, I do my morning routine. It's hard to listen when you're too busy talking. So that was my quiet time. And I'm just like, I surrender all. I ask for your guidance, your help. Give me the words to say to those that have ears to hear. Just leaning on that ultimate wisdom out there. And I was just like, listen, is there anything I need to do? And it's like, yeah, you got to apologize to Eric Worre. You're not showing up. That's not even your path. That was your path in 2012, 13, 14, 15. Didn't I put you on the stage of everything that you needed to be? Didn't I help you with the making your book #1? All the best network marketers in the world were promoting your book. You were building a brand. You're the anchor speaker for Eric Worre twice, A&MP twice, TED, Business from Home. It's like, wait a minute, you went through the minors. I'm like, yeah, you did do all that for me. It's like, listen, your focus with everything that's coming, I know you don't know what's coming, but trust me, your job is to continue to help people to feel good, love themselves, get connected, teach them to connect with others, because that's the skill they need in the future. When AI disappears, no, it's not going to disappear. So when AI makes things that you rely on disappear, there's going to be the first movers, the people that were ahead of the curve, and everyone's going to be sitting back. Well, why can't we just go back before the internet? Is there any way we could just go back? Because they've already accepted the internet, right? The people that are the haters now accepted the internet. Now they're going to be fighting AI. And it's like, they're going to lose really, 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 really bad. So what's going to be in the future for Arthur? He's going to have a very large following of people that can't wait to hear him help them. Person with the largest subscription list wins.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's jacked up out of their mind because Taylor Swift just started her tour again. I don't think it's everyone, but the group that is excited about it are freaking excited about it. I'll go on just one other tangent. Have you guys seen the funniest jokes that are going out there right now? It must be the feed that I'm in. It's wives telling their husband who Kelsey is. And the guys are just like pissed off. You know, there's like, hey, do you know this player that plays for the Chiefs? His name is Kelsey. Yeah. Well, isn't it nice that Taylor Swift has now made him famous? What? This guy is a 2-time Super Bowl winner. This guy has broken every tight end record that it is out there. What do you mean Taylor Swift made him? Well, I didn't know who he was before Taylor Swift went to a football game. What? It's so damn funny that these women are purposely getting their husbands or boyfriends upset because they said, you know, well, if it wasn't for Taylor Swift, no one would know who Kelsey was. I just think, but isn't it a different perception? It's a different way that people look at things. So it's fun. It's fun.
It is. Yeah. And yeah, one other thing that, you know, and you know, I'm a real estate agent, you know, and one thing that I've noticed lately, that I try and like stay out of like the real estate groups and listen to all the real estate stuff from these agents who don't know what's really going on, because a lot of them are freaking out right now because real estate is about to go in free fall. It's about to go in free fall, and they're like freaking
Arthur,
out.
when I heard the other day, because I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff on the news, but they were saying that the Supreme Court is going to make a ruling that commissions going to real estate agents and brokers are too much.
No, so NAR lost a lawsuit, which they're saying that the brokerages were cooperating to fix the commission to a 6%, forcing the seller, people who are listing their homes for sale, forcing them to pay for a buyer agent. So that was their whole deal, and that's the way it's always been.
It's always been that way.
Yeah, so it's 3% goes to the listing side, 3% goes to the buyer agent, but it comes out of the listing side. But normally what happens is that on the listing side, you would take whatever the home value is, if it's an okay market and they have enough equity,
Right.
You would just increase the sales price, what they want, by 3% to cover the buyer agent commission, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom number that you can go.
Well, then you got all these guys that are on all the commercials saying, "Hey, I'm Robert, and I'll buy your house for cash.
Yeah.
Just let me know. You don't need an agent. You don't need. Oh, by the way, don't do anything to your property. I'll buy it for cash. You tell me how long you want to live in it until you find another home." And I'm like, damn it, the world changing right before, you know, and it's like, yeah, what are you focusing on? So you said, like, I got all the other agents out there going, really dear friend of mine, Mike Hickman, is one of the top Keller Williams agents in the world. Me and him built a large group of network marketing together with a company called ACN. And he left that, and he's got one of the largest groups in Keller Williams. I forget how many agents he's got underneath him in Keller Williams. It's like
Keller Williams is pretty much a network marketing company, and so is EXP. EXP is like becoming the largest real estate network marketing company. Uh,
And so, yeah, you start adding those little twists and turns to it. And now all of a sudden the other person goes, well, that's not fair. And it's like, no, who's constantly innovating, who's consistently innovating, pushing the boundaries, making things work in a different way. It's like,
yeah, but if
I love it.
if no agent sells a home, if that downline, if none of them sell a home, then nobody makes any money.
Right.
You only are going to make money off of the people below you if they're actually selling homes.
Right.
And most of them don't. They don't sell anything.
Yeah, I heard that statistic years ago, and I've tried to find it a couple times when I think about it, but someone told me one time, out of all the people that pass their real estate license, like less than 1% actually sell a home a year.
Most agents that get their license, they sell their home, their mother's home, and maybe a friend's home. So, and then they're usually out of the business.
Yeah,
But
I'm like,
they told me in class, when I was taking class, they said, look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you are probably going to be in this business in 2 years.
I was in a class of 262 students and North Dakota College of Science. And I was in the automotive engineering. And the professor at the beginning of the class said, there's two of you. I just need you to know there's two of you that are going to make 6 figures a year doing this. And you say that to 262 students, and it's like, the ego comes out, and I'm, well, I don't know who the other one is. But everyone's got the grandiose idea, but then, going through it, yeah, Arthur, I always love bouncing stuff off you. It's great. Thank you.
Well, I'm just, it does make me worried with the economy and stuff like that. I try not to when I guess you'd call them dinos, but I mean, it's real numbers out there and it's real stuff that's happening. It's not like I need to be like a Pollyanna and just forget all that and just dive into self-help.
Yeah, but just know that it shifts. So through 61 years of being on this planet, I don't know how many of those were really conscious, where I wasn't just doing what everybody else is doing, probably at least 37. But in my teens and in my 20s, it was like I was just too focused on my career. Nothing really mattered to me because I knew I was going to the top of whatever ladder I was on. And then when all of a sudden you become an entrepreneur, it's like you're looking at a whole different slate. Everything that changes is an opportunity for you. It's always the first mover's advantage. It's like when things start changing, the money is going somewhere. So the constant is there's always more GP, more products sold, gross products sold. There's always more millionaires. There's always people that are hitting higher statutes of income and impact. You know what I mean? And it's like you could even look at ChatGPT. Is the fastest company in history to have 100 million active users. Now that's 100 million members that are paying $20. Figure that frickin' out. And so again, just like I started with Lisa Marie, it's like people just know that the free part of anything is just the step of sorting. It's just a sort. Get them in, let them try it. And then maybe if they want it faster or another upgrade or whatever, then they can pay the $20 or they don't. And so I always will say to you, because I think that we'll be friends for as long as you want to be. I'll be your friend forever. It's like it's just this constant saying, okay, so if it's moving here, where is it going? And it's sort of like the concept with martial arts. It's like water never stops flowing. Never, never stops flowing. Does it take different paths? All the frickin' time. It's like, wait a minute. There used to be a bunch of apartments and homes here. Where did they go? The water decided to go there one time. It's like, so it's water is so powerful. And so, like he said, it's this constant flow to know that it's starting to shake stuff up and it's starting to move this category or the way that this business is done. And then it goes this way. Arthur, I can tell you that's where my passion and old ways of thinking made me less passionate about being an auto mechanic, being an automotive engineer. See, everyone looks at how great something is if you could ever become that top percenter in that circle. And then when you get in the circle, that's when you got to protect your focus more than ever. Because now we're showing up at events and these guys are showing up with 2 semi trucks. They got backup motors, they got backup parts, they got a backup car, they got a backup body for the car that they're qualifying with. And you're sort of going like, geez, this is like a multi-million-dollar enterprise. And we're not talking about the world finals. We're talking about the little guys showing up at the little regional courses. And these guys show up and it's like, how can you compete? It's like, it's just not fair. No, you think it's not fair. You know what I mean? So that's why I watch the stories all the time. So Ryan Blaney, was the first person to get Roger Penske, my mentor, back-to-back world championships in NASCAR. And you hear Ryan Blaney's life. It's like everyone he knew was involved in racing. His dad, his grandpa, and his brothers, and everyone that went to the local track. You know what I mean? And it was like they all were playing the game the best that they knew how to play it. And he just happened to get started earlier and maybe had a little more confidence, a little more breaks. And then he has Roger Penske say, I not only want you to drive my Infinity car, but you do well there. I'm putting you straight in the cup. You know what I mean? And it's like, so to watch the emotions of this kid winning his first world championship under the age of 30, you know what I mean? And it messed him up. It just totally messed him up. He's going, well, of course, this was the freaking goal all along. Who doesn't want to start racing and one day be a world champion? Of course, that was the goal. And it just was really freaking tough a couple of years. when there's rumors out there, it's like, if we're going to move this whole thing, is Arthur going to be one of the people we want to go with us? Do you think he's got the head? Do you think he's got the ability to be coachable and change? And overnight, they do that same shit with you. You got it all in line. You're doing great and everything. And then it's like, guess what we heard today? What? That car that you won your last 3 races with? Yeah, we got to throw it away. What the hell are you talking about? Yep, we're all driving brand new cars. They're coming out. They're changing everything. Why? I just figured out that last damn car. And it's like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. And it's like, it's you can embrace that stuff and be the first to dive into it to figure out where it's going. But I tell people, if you really want to think honestly about 3 years out, Matt does this to me, Craig does this to me, you just go, okay, what is Arthur doing 3 years from now? What's his life look like? What freedom does he have? What kind of relationships does he have? Who is he impacting? What is Arthur's life like 3 years from now? And when someone does that to you and you go, I sure don't want to be selling real estate. It's like, so all of a sudden you go, what? It's like, so I almost got sucked back in to that speaking gig stuff. where I'm one of a few people that get to talk for 20 minutes that really honestly makes no impact at all. See, before I did it, oh my God, Arthur, if I was a two-time author, if I had a best-selling book, if it was number one in some categories, if I had my own brand, if I was selling courses, if I could do a product launch and make $1 million, we put all this shit out there, and then you start checking it off, and it's like, did nothing. In fact, Matt and I was working so damn hard building that brand that we lost who we were. And now we got to sit in this office that I'm in right now, and Matt's like, I fucking hate everything we're doing. Then quit. We can't. This is the way we make money. I've made money doing a lot of stuff. I'll find something, I'll make money doing that. But we ain't doing this anymore. And then guess what happens with Matt a number of times a year? Me, I'll look at something, Arthur, and go, do you see what that guy's doing? Yeah, that's the stuff we stopped doing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, Dad, here's where you're going to be in 3 years. Here's where you're going to be in 5 years. You know, let's just do what we're supposed to do and allow the world and the universe to conspire to make that happen. Matt feels exactly the way I felt 37 years ago. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that the universe put all these people together to create this industry for me. The rich Schnackenbergers all the way down put this thing together for Robert Hollis to make millions of dollars and make an impact. It created it all for me. And then he created the internet that made it easier. And now affiliate free marketing that's making it easier. So how fast can you get people to see that? You know what I mean? It's just.
Well, I definitely feel the pressure like building. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot of pressure to perform and get to not be in the situation that I was in 2008 I guess is what I'm saying. And I'm like,
you're never gonna go there again.
No, I'm not. And I think about it. I'm like, well, I'm doing the job that I'm doing now. Even when I started doing it back in 2008, and I didn't know what I was doing back then, and I wasn't getting as many orders, but they have products for when the market is bad. So I'm like, I think about it like that, but then I'm like thinking, okay, I feel the pressure to build and accumulate and get ready for this crash that everybody is talking about, to have the buying opportunities that are going to be coming up. There's going to be a lot of things happening. And then right now, all the people with money, they're not buying houses, they're holding.
Yeah.
BlackRock, they're holding. They're not buying anything, they're holding. They're preparing and they're getting ready. They're getting ready.
Yeah, waiting for the right opportunities. It's one of the things that I think that someone still hasn't. My mindset is always leverage and residual. Everything goes through that filter. So it's 20,000 affiliates, 50,000 affiliates, 100,000 affiliates, 500,000 affiliates, active, 1 million affiliates. It's my mind's always based around the leverage and the residual side. So it's like that conversation where it'd be like if a real estate agent, I remember it was their names, the Altman brothers. You know what I mean? He said the first time that you sell $1 million home, it's like you're ruined. You're totally ruined. It's like, who wants to sell a bunch of homes for 200,000? Not me. That's working too hard. And then all of a sudden your mind gets exposed to the lifestyle that the broker that you work for is living. And you realize, like, damn it, you know, he gave awards to 10 people. I was number 4. But all these 10 brokers that did millions and billions in sales, and he was the broker of all of them. It's like, see, now a lot of people won't take that step. The people that do take that step take a bigger risk. They got a bigger team, more employees, more advertising, more budget, more everything. But damn it, the reward is worth it.
One question.
So every risk that I take generates a bigger reward. And if I lost it all, I could get it back so fast. It's like, you can't take my knowledge away. You can't take my knowledge away. So it's like, you know, doing something different and generating another $1 million in revenue is like nothing for me. It's like, so having a bad economy and the bad real estate market flip your business upside down and you get it all taken away. Arthur's just going to come back meaner and leaner when the opportunities are available. You'll never see 2008 again.
Yeah, that broke me. 2008.
You learned a lesson during that time. It's like me putting all my efforts into an individual that I knew was a good network marketer, but he had no sense to be a CEO. Right, Craig? It's like,
yeah,
you know, you can't just say you're going to be a CEO and go against a billionaire and try to steal his stuff and think that he's not going to come after you. You know, and it's like, all of a sudden you just watch this thing that you built for 5 years disappear. And it's like, that's a common denominator, Arthur, in everything. See, I think that people just need to understand that when Jim Rohn says, listen, just prepare for the winter. Know the winter is coming. That's a little easier for us that live in the north. It's like, you know, you winterize your house, you winterize your car, you blow the sprinklers out, you put the lawnmower in the shed, you pull out the snowblower, you get prepared. It's like, well, I wish that it wasn't going to come. No, it's coming. It's coming. And then when it does, you're pissed off until it keeps coming. And then you got to do something about it. You just got to, okay, got to get out.
The winter sucks.
Yeah, I'm going to go out in the cold
sucks.
weather. I'm going to put salt on the driveway that's too steep. And I'm just going to do it. So,
what is the what's the maximum amount you can make with My Daily Choice a month, like with their compensation plan?
million.
1 million?
Yep.
So
1 million a month as a super affiliate. I believe that when you're a master affiliate, I really truly believe as a master affiliate, it could be 5 million a month. Because when you start getting infinity on all the things, they stop you at 10 levels, and you start looking, like even my Hungary group, my United States group that's under Canada, all of my groups, I constantly see the bonuses that are being paid, the jump starts that are being paid. And then I see people that hit 1K and I go and I look at them and I say, congratulations for hitting 1K. And then I take their affiliate number and I put it in my back office and they're on level 21. And it's like, well, you know, it's like, there's a lot of money that's coming in my organization right now. I think at one time I figured it out and it's kept me motivated, but I'm probably easily missing anywhere between 55 and 58,000 a month by not being a master. See, do you notice that I never ever think about money that I could gain? I'm just thinking about the money I'm losing, which is another motivator for me when I see the carryover. So, you know, inner circle, I'm going to bare my soul. I look at my back office and see a bunch of money sitting in my carryover. And it's like a savings account that I can't access unless I make the other side bigger. and then it sucks all the money out of savings and puts it in my hands so I can spend it and give it to a bunch of orphans. So yeah, it's I've switched my legs 6 times since I've been in MDC. So I get a little carryover and got that leg going, and then so Melody was on my left, and then I worked with Melody, and it got to a carryover, and then I was working with Aaron, and then I brought in the Popas, put them underneath Aaron, sucked all that money out of the left side into my right, then went over and found Tomas from Hungary. About that time, Candace Bird came in, and it's just this constant. So anyone want to guess where my Nigerian group is? It's on the opposite side of where Candace was. So it's like sucking all that money. I don't do alternate legs, Jerome. I just seen you just posted that. I don't do alternate legs. I'm constantly focused on if I got carryover on one leg, I got to zero it out on the other side. So I don't do holding tank. I don't do alternate legs. I don't do any of that stuff. I log in my back office. See, I got a carryover. I got to make that disappear. When it disappears, I start getting carryover on this leg. I go to the other side. I just keep doing that. Yeah. Good stuff, Arthur.
Yes.
All right, Craig. I know my wife, I got to go pick up some stuff for us. So I'm going to let you close this out. I love you guys.
Quick.
I appreciate you.
Really quick, Robert, Melody pointed something out in the chat, and I want to ask and make sure that this is correct. Was your network marketing anniversary date November 2nd?
I know it was in November.
Okay, because if that is the case, then happy 37 plus a week.
Yes. If I said that to Melody, it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what she pointed that out. So she wanted me to remind you, and I guess we didn't think about it last week, but okay.
Thank
Happy
you.
37th anniversary plus 1 week. Everybody give it up for Robert.
Yeah, it had significance. I remember it had a lot of significance when I said I'd been in the industry for 37 years when I spoke on stage in Miami. It's like, so I knew it was the first week. So thank you, Melody. I love and appreciate you.
Yeah, she says it popped up on her calendar, so she has it right there. So now, ladies and gentlemen, put it on your calendars, November 2nd, Robert's anniversary, next year, 38. What a great way to start 37.
Yeah, absolutely. I love and appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Craig.
All right, Robert, bless you, and thank you so very much. Got to give thanks to Jerome Marshall, Lisa Marie Cook, Sandy Baker, Arthur Wainio, and of course Melody for participating in today's Inner Circle Breakthrough session. And of course, Matt Hollis. Matt, bless you. Thank you so much for being our executive producer. We love you, appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to save the chat, go ahead and click the 3 dots in the chat window. Then click on Save Chat at the end of this call. It will download to you. There's a few things in there that we've shared with everybody, some links, and including that new therapy aims to cure back pain link that Robert shared earlier from the Today Show. So that's there. Go ahead, watch it. Watch all of the stuff. Find all the stuff. Share all the stuff. And share that you are part of the Inner Circle. We look forward to seeing you next time, Saturday, AMA, Ask Me Anything with Robert Hollis, as well as our dailies every day at noon Pacific, going live with Robert Hollis. Until next time, we're going to unmute everybody. Please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. Let's all say so long and happy Thursday.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sandy, Craig, Jerome, Bill,
Thank you, Robert.
James, Pat, Shauna,
Good
Dee,
night.
Arthur,
Bye.
David, see you on here. Hi, Linda, Melody, I love you. Dee Dee, I think I said, but I can do it some more.
And take care with
Thanks,
Terry,
Robert.
please.
Randy, Rebecca, Matthew, Peter, Rita,
Bye.
Don, Kelly,